Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. It's a beautiful day, and I want to thank you for taking time with us today. I want us to go back and deal with one of the great challenges of the Y generation today. I've studied a lot about the Y generation, and I've been amazed to read how some of the largest multinational think tanks and banking institutions and investment institutions around the world are actually making management decisions to skip the Y generation in their leadership development. They want to go directly from the X to the Z and maybe cherry pick just a few in between. It seems that the Y generation they want to dispose of because they consider it untrainable for leadership. They say that the Y generation wants pleasure, they want big salary and not much work, they want all the perks, they don't want to be committed. They're sometimes being called the entitled generation. Now, when I began to read all of this, I looked at it and my first thought was, oh my goodness, how do you skip an entire generation of development for the church? And then I realized that there are many churches that cater to the Y generation. They expect nothing except you give your money. They expect no commitment. They expect them to have no responsibility. It's an amazing thing to see how churches want to cater to this rather than change the culture. They just want to accept the culture and say, this is what people are like, so we will adapt to them. Well, I don't believe that churches are supposed to do that. I believe that we are supposed to help people live the Word. Now, one of the things we need to look at is the thing that created the Y generation is a violation of our reading in the book of Proverbs today. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 21. An inheritance gained quickly at the beginning will not be blessed at the end. The Y generation is often called the entitled generation. They feel entitled to everything. They feel that people should support them, that everyone should take care of them, that they deserve this. They're a generation that were raised with the idea of no competition, that everybody's a winner. Well, I'm sorry, everybody's not a winner. The Bible is clear. You have to compete in order to win. And if you want to win, you have to obey the rules. And, not everybody's a winner. I'm sorry. But the whole Y generation philosophy that they have been raised with is there is no competition, everything is entitled, they should be given everything. But we have to understand, parents, that when we treat our children like this, we ruin a generation. Now, one of the popular things even in our Philippine culture is that nowadays we're wanting to transfer inheritances to our children while we're still alive. And sometimes that's a wise business move, sometimes that's a good tax move, sometimes that's a good investment move, I understand. But you have to be careful not to do it too quickly. Young people have to learn to work. Young people have to learn sacrifice. Young people have to learn what it means to earn their food with the sweat of their brow. They have to learn to put in the hours. They have to learn to fail and get up and try again. Though a righteous man falls 7 times, he rises again. Young people have to learn to do this. Now, if as parents we're giving them the wealth that took us a lifetime to earn, and we're not teaching them to work, we have to understand by the time they die, there'll be nothing left for our children's children because they will have consumed it all. The Y generation is a consuming generation, not a wealth-building generation. Now, we don't have to raise our children like that. We can raise our children like the Bible teaches us. We can raise our children learning how to save money. We can raise our children learning to be Ilocano. We can raise our children learning hard work and discipline. And then in the middle of all of this Y generation and everybody saying this is the discarded generation, we can watch our children prosper and flourish. But just don't give them too much too early. Let them learn to work for it.